Hey, this is Thrand.
Hey, this is Eldgrim.
And today we're standing on a ruined Viking ship in King's Mouth. This is a game we're proud to review. Me and Eldgrim both play the game, or Eldgrim and I, as well as my wife in real life. And these are our avatars. That's Eldgrim standing right there, and of course you saw my avatar, Thrander. His is named Eldgrim as well, except he goes by a handle of Bubba Hotep in PvP.
Yeah.
And what are you doing there?
Just showcasing some of the world areas, especially in the starter areas, especially like Kingsmouth, like you mentioned earlier. Some of these are scenes from all over New England. So you run all over like the Blue Mountains, you go to mines, mansions. Here you are in a haunted mansion that you're having to protect survivors on. It's what they call a scenario in this game. And this was created by Funcom, and it's directed and created by Ragnar Tarnquist. Is that right?
Tarnquist, yes.
Yeah. And here we are in Transylvania here. There's old Bubba Hotep. If anybody's ever seen the movie with Bruce Campbell.
Oh yeah, he does Eldgrim does a Egyptian style theme. You could dress any way you like. He does an Egyptian style / country cowboy theme. So he came with this idea of doing Bubba Hotep out of.
Right. So yeah, there's a lot of styles. You see,
Yes.
Thrander goes with a more classic, contemporary look, and that's this game's whole theme. Is it's a contemporary theme. It's set in modern day
Locations and time.
right,
Yes.
New York, Seoul,
Korea. They just recently added Tokyo.
Tokyo. That's right. Here we are in a castle in Transylvania, doing another scenario. This game is loaded with so many beautiful scenes, as we see out of some of these dungeon boss fights here. A lot of this is just gorgeously rendered. The artistic, even the clothing is done by a Norwegian artist, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe it's a lady who does all their clothing.
Yeah, and you can change your clothing anytime. You can look any way you want. There, I switched to my helmet. They let you switch your gear.
Yes, you could switch gear. You could switch your build. Your build is 7 passives and 7 actives.
That's right. Plus, you get your auxiliaries.
And you have an auxiliary weapon as well. I mean,
Right.
which is
And
the chainsaw,
The
whip,
great
and
thing
I
about
love
this game
whips.
is you can be anything you want.
Oh yes, most definitely. Here we are dancing with
Nasir.
Nasir. Yes, and,
he kicks off the last.
I
train
love
to
his
Cairo.
dance. I wish they would allow us to have the dance that he has. If you
I
take a
want
moment here
that
to
dance.
watch this.
Yeah. Nasir's dance. Yeah, there you go. Thran doing the Gangnam style there.
This is us taking a Cthulhian style boss down,
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah.
The game has a lot of different memes.
It points at that.
Yes.
A lot, yeah. The whole H.P. Lovecraft, Cthulhu mythos, the Romeros,
Yes.
all these different.
Yeah, you even get some Hellraiser-ish type stuff, like
Philip
Clive Barker,
yeah.
Carpenter. Of course, Carpenter did a lot of.
Yeah, here we have a Carpenter kind of look here.
Yeah, very Carpenter-ish, I guess, to put it.
Yeah.
But he did a lot of stuff based on H.P. Lovecraft. He loved H.P. Lovecraft. A lot of the horror writers have references to H.P. Lovecraft, so there's no surprise they'd be in the game. Also, there's a lot of Norse or old Viking, Scandinavian influence. The creatures are called Draugr. Like we're killing there, those are Draugr.
Even though they look like zombies.
Draugr, yeah. So it's excellent. I mean, you've got your zombies, but you've got Draugr, you've got all different kinds of even the Norse gods come up in this game.
Yep, they sure do.
They're actually good guys.
You get a
They're
drop
good
out
guys.
off of this boss that we're seeing here that's very Cthulhian.
Oh yes, and this is
And that drop
basically
is Tyrfing, which is a sword. So that brings up another Norse thing.
yes. They also have the Mace of Anhaya.
Yeah. And this is an interesting boss fight in Polaris, which is one of the dungeons you experience.
Looks remarkably like Cthulhu.
Yeah.
It looks like Cthulhu. Pretty much. Yes.
And then, yeah, I mean, look at the damage you're putting out. That's awesome.
Oh, we're bringing him down quick, but
Yeah, but what does he say?
It's going on for some time.
He said something about it taking
a very long time. Yes, for us that was a long time. This boss fight we do a little faster. This is Darkness War.
This was very Viking.
Yes, the whole thing, the theme is the Vikings, and the Wabanaki tribe, which I'm not sure is actually a real tribe. I think it was made up for the game. I'm not sure if my opinion well. It is, let me know. Wabanaki tribe. I don't think it is, but they're fighting against the Mayans, which in this one, the Mayans are actually trying to summon a Cthulhian-type god, one of their ancient beings. And if you look here, see the buff on us, that's coming from that beginning of Viking Gothi.
Yeah, back in the background there.
The Scandinavian Gothi there. And he's a priest of, I'm assuming, the Norse gods, and he's bringing down the power of the gods to empower us so we can kill this beast. Because otherwise we wouldn't be able to do enough damage quick enough to take it down. So that buff gives us a massive amount of damage.
Yeah, but I love what they're saying about you right there. That normally I put my buffs on random, I've learned that, you know.
Oh, I'm notorious for
yeah.
Okay,
Get more DPS.
Get more DPS. I'm famous for falling sometimes.
Get your face out of
I'll
my face.
DPS and just damage per second. So sometimes I do more damage per second. Sometimes I will take chances.
Yeah, well, it shows there with an 80k hit. I saw another 37k hit. That was spectacular. Cars.
I love doing damage. And this is us fighting Machine Tyrant. This is in the Hell instance, where Theodore Wicker is the one who opened it, and yes, they have cubes in it as well. But it's also very much of a mix of. They make their own story. That's don't get us wrong. They're not just ripping people off and plagiarizing. This is their own story. It's done their way. It's very unique if you play it, and you'll see these influences in the game, but they're more or less influences. They never did rip off H.P. Lovecraft or rip off Stephen King.
No, they tried to.
They make little hints at it.
Yeah,
like
maybe those people weren't just writing fiction. Maybe they were writing some real truth, and nobody took it as truth.
Correct.
Yeah.
So they do a really good job of that. Making
this is a nasty
weaving
boss.
it together. Yes, Machine Tyrant's very nasty.
Nasty. Everybody hates Machine
This
Tyrant.
is the hell instance, or the hell environment.
Yeah, there are 3 hell environment dungeons. This is the first one you encounter. And we encourage anybody to come out and play. I mean, that we enjoy this game. I think it's one of our favorite MMOs. We played everything from
this is a dungeon here.
Yeah, we played World of Warcraft, Dungeons and Dragons Online, and of all of them, I think this is probably one of the best. This is by Funcom, right?
Most definitely. I've played Age of Conan as well.
That one was good too.
But this game is more happening. There's more players. It's more mainstream.
I think people like the contemporary setting. I really do. The fact that you can use blades like swords, axes, or like you're doing here with your shotguns and your pistols.
Oh yeah, but definitely. It's a lot of fun. I mean, there's so many different builds. You can make so many different builds. And there's so many things that's viable. I mean, there's heal tanks. There's people who are DPS. I mean, of course, and standard healers, but also leech healers. DPS healers.
Yeah, exactly. So
somebody can be DPSing and healing for you at the same time. Certain instances work better that way.
That's right. Yeah.
So there's certain builds, and yes, you can share builds with people. And at first, they called it a deck. It kind of confused me because I'm not really big into games like that.
Yeah.
But this game, I mean, it
you can
really
use
works
some of the,
well.
Yeah,
yes.
you can use some of the starter decks, and they give you some suggestions to start. But if you look online, you'll find some great guides that will help you build characters.
Here we're going into New York raid, and that is the beast in New York. I mean, that's the Lord.
Yeah, that's
He's
nasty.
huge and nasty, very, very much so. And he has to do with the filth. The filth is a major storyline. Yes, the filth is causing all this stuff, the things to rise and so on. I mean, every conspiracy theory.
Even Sasquatch is in this.
Correct.
They got Bigfoot in it.
But let's just say it's every conspiracy theory, all the secret societies, everything exists in this game. Agartha, the Hollow World theory is addressed, but I think it's more of an extra dimensional place than an actual location in this game.
You know, that's another thing. Everybody can be a part of one of 3 different conspiracy factions. There's the Illuminati, which you and I are a part of. There's the Dragons, and there are the Templars.
Which I have tunes on the other two, characters on the other two as well.
Right, yes, do I. And
this is my main, it's my avatar. It's pretty much, it's supposed to look something like me and be me. Right. Because I like doing that.
And they give you a lot of options for that when you create a character. I mean, the depth that you can go to in creating your character's features is incredible.
Oh, most definitely. And as you see here, I'm using a Viking longsword. It looks like one that was dug up. I mean, it's actually, I got a model that I'm using. Change the weapons to look anything like. I'm using claws. I mean, they're like fist weapons. And I'm using a chainsaw, which pick the ones
That's
that I
an
like.
auxiliary.
The auxiliary weapon. That's
Yeah.
what I'm using in my rotation to get all this damage.
Right. And as you can see, he's got different downloads that are attached to this game or add-ons to the game. You can get these all in the Curse client for this game like you can any other MMORPG. And this one's got a really tight in-game economy too. I like that. It's not corrupted like World of Warcraft. The in-game economy is good and fair. You can make money, and believe me, you'll spend a lot of money in this game. And we're not talking about your own money. This is free to play. Once you buy the game, you can play it.
Yes, it's like $29.95. It may be cheaper. I know that Curse sells it as well. Not Curse, but what am I thinking of here? Steam sells it as well. Sorry, I said Curse because you just said that. But Steam sells it as well, and sometimes they have it on sale. I've heard it being up for like $20, stuff like that. But once you buy it, it's free to play, and if you decide to pay for a month, you can use the points that they give you for free, or it's like you get it just for paying for the month.
Yeah, you can use it in the game store.
You can use it in the game store, but you can use it to buy an expansion. Yeah, so you get a benefit out of it.
Oh shit, yeah, you do.
Yeah, you get a true benefit out of it. It's not like World of Warcraft, you have to play to pay, and then to get an expansion, you have to go pay $20, $30.
No, yeah, and when the expansions come out, all you have to do is have the points to buy the expansion kit, and it upgrades your game for you. The patches run on good days too. We're talking like Tuesdays and Mondays and things like that. They run real early in the morning. For Central Time anyway, for us it's very early in the morning.
Oh, this was interesting. At this point, I was pretty much one of the
last man standing.
Yeah, pretty much kind of thing, and we finished it.
Oh yeah, this is a killer scene right here.
That big beast falling.
That's so annoying that I died 10 seconds.
The lurker.
Boom!
And of course we get the.
That's what you call the smackdown, son.
Oh.
Speaking of smackdowns,
PvP.
Oh, yes, this game was not developed for this, yet it took off.
Yeah, very much so. They didn't develop it for PvP at all, really. They didn't really care about it, but they eventually did some balancing on it. Some people didn't like it, but we actually think it turned out quite well. I mean, the PvP this is El Dorado. Of course, El Dorado is going to be real. Every conspiracy theory known to man, every location that's mythical is real, pretty much. I'm sure they'll add more as the years go on.
Yeah, this is more like a capture the flag kind of deal. You got 3 factions fighting each other on the same battleground over 4 relics. And right now, we're currently holding 4.
Me too.
I just picked one up.
Yep. Somebody else on our team picked another up. I think he ran the other direction.
Eldgrim's healing me, and I'm using a build that's a DPS tank.
Right, and that's the thing about changing builds. Like earlier, I was doing damage, as you saw in some of these earlier scenes that we used. But here, I've switched builds to healing, and that's the great thing. You can be anything. You don't have to have one character that's your healer, one character that's your DPS. You have one character who can do everything in this game.
You come into PvP, decide that they need a healer, and you're not healing, and then change to a healer.
That's exactly
If you have the gear. Yes.
You have the
gear. Have the gear, and you have a good build, know what you're doing, you can just change to anything you need.
Oh, here we go.
You can change in dungeons. You can't change in the middle of fights. But you can change at any given time in between fights and so on in dungeons, and you can change roles. So it makes it a lot of fun.
It does. Here you go trying to pick that relic up.
And I use Strange Attractor there, which sucks everybody in and pretty much kills them, because I'm using Chaos, Magic, and Blade. Which, yes, they have Chaos in the game, which it's more of almost like a martial arts style and a long-range magic
type deal. Yeah, it's like your key or something.
I think it's very much associated with the dragons.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
In theory.
Where Blades would be both Dragon and Templar.
Or anything, yes.
Yeah. But it doesn't matter what faction you're. You use whatever you like. People do Pistol Blade and PvP. I've seen all sorts of builds in here. People can find things and make them work. Oh man, I almost let you drop.
I popped all my cooldowns there. That was so I would be immune to everything for a little bit. And the CCs with your crowd control are getting hit, so I can pick it up so I wouldn't get interrupted.
Yep, there we go. We got it. Once you pick it up, you got like 2 minutes, and then
this is all us here. We have to hold our own. If they take us down,
I don't hardly see any Loomies in there helping us out. That's a nickname. We have nicknames for everybody. People say, Loomies for Illuminati, Drags for Dragons, Temps for Templars.
Correct. And it's 3 factions. You got 3 factions warring here on this. It's not just 2 like the
I mean, you're seeing Templars in their uniforms, and you have to wear your match uniform, but there is a bug you can find out about where you can wear your regular clothes.
Yeah,
so,
I'll even do that as well. I never
Right.
really worry about it. I like
Not
my
really.
suit. I have the epic suit. I just wear that.
yeah, he ran in
Took
the
a while
epic
to
tank
get it.
suit or the heavy armor suit. I'm in the epic healing suit for the Illuminati.
It's a really fun game. I think anybody would
truly
enjoy
is.
it. I mean, not everybody gets into PvP. Some people just PvP. You totally advance your character in PvP.
Oh yeah, you get high-ranking epic gear out of PvP that'll help you out a lot.
Yeah, for everything. But I mean, you can't get to 10.5 yet. They're going to change that. But you can get 10.5 in raids.
That's right. That we saw with New York.
It's just a really fun game. I mean, I don't know how to explain it away, but I've been wanting to review it for a while. I'm happy we got to do this.
Yeah, oh yeah, man.
I'm just hoping you all enjoy it. We're just doing something a little different. It does have a lot of, like I said, Norse or Scandinavian influence in the entire game.
I'll tell you what, anybody that plays MMORPGs like this one, especially this one that's considered a fast MMO, you have to have fighter pilot reflexes to play this game.
Oh, it's fun because you can actually, if you notice, we're dodging and stuff a lot of times to get out of AoEs and stuff, and you can actually dodge.
Yeah, they have an active dodge system. It's really a lot of fun. I love how active it is.
Plus, there's abilities that you can use for that as well.
That's right. They have dash abilities. I love this game, and look at us, we're just tearing it up. And match.
We won.
Man, I love it. It's such a blast to do this.
Be sure and go and check out the website.
Yeah.
And see if you're interested in it.
Damn right. Good game. Secret World.
We give it a thumbs up.